Are you guys ready to get metal? All right, today we're looking at Dark Knight's Metal, the Omnibus. We're pretty excited for this one. A lot of people have been waiting for it, and it looks amazing. As a DC fanboy, you know I gotta have my events, and this one looks great. We have two covers. We have the standard right here, and then we have the DM, as you can see there. Standard, definitely the coolest cover. You got this matte black, and then you got the shiny like metal parts of it. Looks so good. The DM isn't bad. I just really love the standard. It looks really great. So let me show you that. Here's both of the fronts. The spines are the same, so I'll show you that. And let me show you the back, as you can see. All right, and then this covers the story, the event, as well as all the tie-ins. If you want just the story in a much bigger and I dare say better format, you can get the Metal Absolute here, the Dark Knight's Metal Absolute. So let me show you that here real quick. And this one also has that like shininess of it. So here is the Absolute next to the Omnibus. And then of course, as we know, you do get a lot more bigger format here, more content here. So if you want to read all the tie-ins, definitely get the Omni. If you want like the pictures or how it looks like, you know what, I'll show you real quick. I'm just going to show you, so like one of the coolest, of course, much thicker material, or the paper is thicker for this one. As you can see, the colors are much more vibrant. Let me find the exact same one, that way you can compare it.
And just know, they're making a Dark Knight Death Metal Absolute. That would be a good a companion with the Absolute as well.
Yes. Okay, so let me show you this. As you can see there, it's not a bad format. Like, the pages feel good on this Omnibus, I'm not going to lie. But you can see the quality, the color looks much brighter here. The papers are thicker and it is more glossy than this one. So there you go, you see that difference in it. So if you definitely want that bigger format just for the story, Absolute is the way to go. You want all the content, Omnibus is the way to go. So you get to choose, And then of course, as we said, we have the Death Metal coming up in an Absolute format as well. So there we go, we'll be able to get that as well.
The only thing that the Absolute does not collect that I consider essential for the main story is the prequel, which is the Forge #1, and I think Dark Days.
Okay. All right, so let me show you the Omnibus. We'll put the Absolute away. Nice. And let's take off the cover of it.
Oh, so it has that metal look like how the Absolute slipcase.
Yes. Now, if you haven't grabbed an Absolute, or if you don't know, the slipcase has that, but this is actually textured. So like it's raised up and it feels real rough like actual metal, which is cool. This is more just like the print of it. So of course, there you go. You see the difference. And let's take a look real quick. And again, I'll tell you what this include. This one includes, I guess it doesn't include the one that JP said, but it does have. Let me see. Dark Days, The Forge #1. Dark Days, The Casting #1. Dark Knight Rising, The Wild Hunt #1. Batman, The Red Death #1. Batman, The Murder Machine #1. Batman, The Dawnbreaker #1. Batman, The Drowned #1. Batman, The Merciless #1. Batman, The Devastator #1. Dark Knights, The Batman Who Laughs #1. Teen Titans #12. Nightwing #29. Suicide Squad #26. Green Arrow #32. The Flash #33. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps #32. Justice League #32 and 33. Batman Lost #1 and Hawkman Found #1. So there you go. It does have all the tie-ins, and from what I'm seeing, it is in the order of the story, not in the order of the like the Death Metal event isn't just like #1 through 6 or however it is through 5. It actually goes how the story is. So like Aquaman fights the woman, the merciless. No. Hers is the Drowned. Yeah, the Drowned. So they basically fight their counterparts, and then the event concludes. So it does go in the order of the actual story, not the actual comic book numbers, which is cool. So if you remember like for example, King in Black, it had the story of King in Black in the front, and then it had the tie-ins afterwards. So I kind of, you get to read that main story first, which is cool, but I would actually like it have the order that it's supposed to be read in, so that you can, kind of keep it coherent. Cool? But yeah, it looks really cool, looks good. I'm a big Batman fan, and this one was definitely Batman-centric in the sense of, like, all of the bad guys are Batmen, and from the Dark Multiverse. And it's cool to just see this collected. I really enjoyed the Absolute, so seeing the Omnibus that has all the tie-ins is really cool. And, you know, I'm actually going to pick it up to actually read it myself. And it does have quite a bit of extras, so let me show you. So from right here is the cover gallery. Look at that. That is a huge amount of cover gallery, so we'll show that real quick. And Greg Capullo does an amazing, amazing job of drawing for this. Scott Snyder as well is a great writer. You know, he's one of my favorites. And his run, of course, with the Court of Owls, and you know, the Court of Owls was great to me. I really enjoyed that, and he connects a lot of that into this story, which is really cool. I really like the long game that the writers take to get to it. It also has a little bit of Sandman, so you know, beware of that. But I really enjoy the long game that these writers take their time to create a story that is connected from the, you know, some of their first stories till the end, which is really great. And some of these cover galleries are nice. I always thought this character was like, I didn't know who he was until I read the story. I mean, you kind of see it in the costume, but to actually read his story and be like, wow, you know, this is the consequences of a dark multiverse where some of the actions that Batman takes, you know, have consequences, and you get to see that here. So that's really, really cool. Definitely one of the more darker aspects, or the darker events that have come out for DC, in the sense of like, it's very, I don't want to call it gory, but they're very like nightmare style creatures. You know, most of them, there's a lot of nightmare style creatures, but definitely one of the ones that you'd like, oof, you know, I would not want to meet this person in the middle of the night, walking down the alley like, no thank you. But yeah, a ton of covers. Of course, since this has all the tie-ins, it probably has all of the covers for the tie-ins in here as well, which is really cool. Some of them are really nice. I like that. That's really nice. There you go. And then a character study on the different Batman in there as well, as you can see like that. All right. So there you go. That is Dark Knight's Metal Omnibus. Get it at Organic Price Books, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Yeah.